Know if he does something to piss them off after he's cuffed or if they're just being jerks. But at some point, Raphael and Nino draw their guns on him and blam, 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 blam. They shoot him 4 times.
For what reason? For what reason? Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, Joseph the Plug. Today we're going to be reacting to the most corrupt cop in history. Now I was supposed to upload Wednesday, but due to my video lagging or something was wrong with the audio, had to do a little tweaking here and there yesterday, so I should be good today. With that aside, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more video, more content like this, because I, are going to be reacting to more videos like that. So let's get into this video and see what this corrupt cop is all about. And judging by what y'all see on the screen, it's a black dude. So, you know what? Let's do it.
So insanely corrupt that there's actually a character in GTA based on him. Now, the cop's name is Raphael, and Raphael is around 29 when this story starts, and he's living and working in Los Angeles, and he's the kind of cop who's a macho guy who loves to assert his power. And one day, around 1992, he gets an opportunity that's going to allow him to do that even more. Because he applies to work in the police department's anti-gang unit, where he'll get to work undercover and he'll get to take down dangerous gang members.
You see, I never understood that. At the same time, I know that's a dangerous job. Like, I know you got to switch your personality and stuff, but like watching all these secret agent shows or movies that contain going undercover and stuff, I really never get how y'all do it. Is that like you get information? I mean, of course you get information, but like acting out like these or portraying like a different personality, I mean, it is easy, but you got to think about maintaining it for like a week to a year if you're going undercover for something like this. I don't know how it works. It's just that kind of plays in my head exactly how I'm thinking right now. So
and stuff. So over time, he and his unit become super corrupt. Like they would find gang members and plant drugs on them so that they would have an excuse to arrest them. They would plant guns on gang members so that they would have an excuse to beat them up. They would extort money from the people they're arresting or just straight up like steal it from them. And so these guys keep doing this and they keep getting away with it for years. But one time...
Years.
I'm done spending an obscene amount of money on takeout every week.
I'm very sorry, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Anyways, this is very, very corrupt. I think they have movies based on this too, of corrupt cops just doing stuff like this, which I feel like is very, I believe is stupid, because you're supposed to be protecting the people that are there. Hold on 1 minute.
A few minutes later.
All right, they're supposed to be protecting the people that are there. It doesn't make sense to just, just do this. This just feels criminal. I mean, yeah, that's basically what it is. Oh, wait. Oh, my bad, guys.
Something really messed up. So Raphael is working a case with his partner, this guy, Nino. And Raphael and Nino, they drive over to the apartment of this teenage gang member. His name's Javier. Now, Raphael and Nino, they've been harassing Javier. And today, I guess they don't have anything better to do, so they are at his place beating on his door, demanding to be let in. Of course, Javier, he doesn't want to let him in, but they insist. And so eventually, they just enter. And bam, they handcuff him. And I don't know if he does something to piss them off after he's cuffed, or if they're just being jerks, but at some point, Raphael and Nino draw their guns on him, and blam, 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 blam. They shoot him 4 times.
For what reason? For what reason? I don't get it. At the same time, it's like, bro, you're a police officer, bro. Like, sure, you got the power to do this and that, but please use it with some responsibility. You know what I mean? Like, this is very stupid. If I was a police officer, this is not how I'm wasting my time doing this. I'll probably just be in the gym, just training, gun training, I guess. But, this is not how I would abuse my power. But yet again, you got other people who's, like, born into the world believing that, like, if they get into a certain position, they can do whatever they want and get away with it.
Now, somehow, Javier is still alive, but he's hurt real bad. And Rafael and Nino, they know they're in trouble. I mean, they just shot an unarmed teenager while he was handcuffed.
Oh, he was a teenager? Wait, I didn't know. I forgot. I don't think I paid attention. I believe they did say teenager, but now I'm hearing it now. It's like, you shot a teenager and you're a 29-year-old man doing this. That proves a lot of things, and I don't know how to say it, but it just proves that, some cops or some people with certain backgrounds shouldn't be, police officers.
So, as quickly as they can, they come up with a plan. They're gonna make up a story to make themselves look like the good guys. They'll say that they were using an abandoned apartment as an observation post, and that suddenly Javier busted in with a gun pointed at them, and they had to act fast and shoot him in self-defense. And lucky for them, they just happened to be carrying this spare unregistered gun that they confiscated in a previous drug sweep. So Nino gets the gun and he plants it right next to Javier. Later, backup officers show up to the scene, and poor Javier, he's lying there shot with the gun planted right next to him. And of course, Rafael and Nino tell their bullshit story, and so, bam, Javier is arrested. Here's his mugshot. And so from here, Javier, he gets charged with a bunch of stuff, and he's also left paralyzed by the shooting.
Okay, hold on. So you're telling me that this is a teenager and you're a grown man going to your early 30s, yet you find the time to mess with a teenager in his house, make him paralyzed. Like, where's his parents at? I'm just, what I'm saying? They might come on later on into the story, but this don't make any sense to me. It just doesn't.
Which is just awful. But despite that, when Javier goes to trial for these bogus charges, no one believes him. Not the judge, not the jury, no one. While Rafael has no problem getting on the stand and lying. Also, Nino has no problem getting on the stand and lying. And they're cops, while Javier's just a teenage gang member who can barely speak English. So the jury convicts Javier.
Oh, so he wasn't. I thought he was American. I thought he was like a light skin because the way they showed his complexion and stuff like that. You telling me that y'all harassed? Hold on, golly, y'all telling me that y'all harassed a kid, a teenager who used to be in a gang. I'm not sure if he still is now. And you left this boy who can't even speak proper English in a wheelchair because you were, thought you could get away with what you were doing, I guess, but
Javier, and he's sentenced to 23 years in prison.
Oh my
Meanwhile,
goodness.
back at the police station, Rafael is being treated like a hero. Like they think he saved Nino's life by shooting Javier. And one of his supervisors even gives him a plaque to commemorate the shooting. So it seems like Rafael and his anti-gang cop buddies are gonna keep getting away with being corrupt like this. But then, something crazy happens. One day in 1997, an off-duty police officer is out driving. And there, he has some sort of confrontation with a guy in another car. So both these guys, they start shouting at each other and they're arguing from their car windows. Then they pull up to a red light and they're still shouting at each other. Then the light turns green and one guy follows the other guy. Soon they stop at another red light and the argument continues. And suddenly the off-duty police officer pulls out his pistol and blam, he shoots the other guy through his open window, and this kills him.
What?
Here's the crazy thing though. The guy who got shot was also an off-duty police officer. They apparently didn't know each other, they worked in different divisions, but both of these guys were off-duty cops. So now, because of the different races of...
Well, to be honest with you, road rage is... To be honest with you, there's a thing called not arguing back in road rage. I would, like, if I was driving and stuff and there was another guy shouting, I'm rolling up my window or saying sorry because I don't want that to happen to me because I don't know if he got like a gun or not and stuff like that. That's not going to upset me. Second of all, number one, why are you you're a police officer, right? If they're a police officer, they need to act with a little bit of professional about like road rage because through the years, road rage has been a deadly thing because you don't know if someone has like a weapon on them or not, or wants to destroy your car, or personally just want to kill you. You don't know if that's going to happen or not. But yet again, to me, I myself and I and stuff. I'm sorry, my thing is not working, so I got to do this manually. But this is not what I'm going to be doing as a person who, as a cop, just genuinely as a cop.
Both of these guys, people immediately start claiming that this shooting was racially motivated, and I'm not sure if it was or not. Now, ultimately, the off-duty police officer who fired the shot, he was investigated and he was fully exonerated for any wrongdoing, because of course he was. But this causes Internal Affairs to look into both officers. And it turns out that the off-duty officer who was shot was actually kind of a shady dude. A corrupt cop himself.
Makes
a corrupt
sense.
cop who just happened to be friends with Raphael and some of the turds on the anti-gang unit. So Internal Affairs quietly starts investigating them. But I
Okay.
guess Raphael and Nino aren't too concerned, or they just don't notice. I mean, they're still out here being terrible. In fact, by this point, they've actually branched out into straight up drug dealing. Like, a lot of
What?
times, they'll just confiscate drugs from the people they arrest, and then they'll just, like, resell them. Like, during one bust, they seize a stash of cocaine along with the drug dealer's pager. And instead of properly logging this as evidence, they just say, fuck it, let's make some money. And they sell it to the next person who pages the drug dealer.
All right, bro. This is just straight up criminal. This is just straight up wrong. They're police officers. To be honest with you, if they're police officers and they're doing all this, they deserve to be in jail for life. That's just my take on it. And I'm sorry for the ads. That's just my take on the whole thing. If that happens to like anybody in the state, I think you really do need to put them in a life sentence. That's just what I think. I don't know if anyone out there agrees with me, but if a cop is doing that, I believe they should be put for life. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, about a year later, in 1998, this drug dealing side quest is so successful that they decide to take it a step further. And at the police station, Raphael starts sneaking into the evidence room, and he'll take cocaine that had been seized and he replaces it with Bisquick. Now, eventually, he gets sloppy and he sneaks 8 pounds of cocaine out of the evidence room, which during this time is worth more than $1 million. But this
Like cocaine. I mean, well, can I say it? I mean, he already said it. So the substance that he was talking about and stuff like that is worth one. Well, it does make sense because it's just.
time, he doesn't even try to replace it. He's just like, screw it. He ain't worried about getting caught. Well, he does actually get caught. Because remember, Internal Affairs has quietly had their eye on him for a while. So they've been watching him. And so, bam, Raphael is arrested. Here's his mugshot.
My
And you can
goodness.
see that he's still in his police uniform in his mugshot, which is wild.
Yeah, which is wild, which is crazy. Because if anything else, like he already shot a teenager, make him get paralyzed. Now he's in jail for 23 years. I don't know what to say about that because number one, he's been harassing him for a long time and then shoots him, paralyzes him, and he's in jail. Like he should not be wearing that uniform. If he's in a mugshot, take it off. Like take it off.
Now, here's where the story gets really crazy. This guy takes a plea deal for a lighter sentence, and he agrees to cooperate and rat out his other corrupt cop friends. And so he only gets 5 years in prison.
Number one, why are we giving the officer who has been in drug dealing, stealing evidence, A guy who's been harassing a teenage not Latino. I said Latino with an O, not an A. And then shoots him, paralyzes this man, frame him, and claim to be self-defense, and put him in jail. And 23 years in jail. Nah, he needs to be in there for life. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And because of that, he rats everyone out. Not only does he admit to all the
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry to be off topic, but the jacket that he's wearing, it's very tough. I'm not gonna lie. I love the Avatar. I know this is off topic, but I love it.
shady shit he did, but he also snitches on 70 of his fellow officers by
70. Wait, 70 people was helping this man? What? Okay.
name. 70! Plus, he says that 90% of the anti-drug unit would often frame innocent people, and they'll like get on the stand and just lie to get convicted.
So 70 officers agreed to lie to a judge about the innocence of other people. So you're telling me there's more people, or should I say more teenagers, since this is a gang official thing, I'm not sure. I'm just going to kind of relate it to gang. And there's some teenagers who have been in a gang but got out of a gang. Thank God they did. And they're trying to live a peaceful teenage life. And then you got cops like this that shows up, paralyze them, or even probably do worse. You know what I mean? Like it's never punished. It's never, the cops who do this never get punished correctly. You literally just let a man get 5 years, and the justice system does nothing. So therefore, I don't really know what to say about this. I'm just saying he needs to be in there for life.
Convictions. And so once all this stuff he's talking about, all this information goes public, people file more than 200 lawsuits against the city.
As they should.
Not only that, more than 100 convictions are overturned because of this. So they got to let all those people go that were framed. They got to let those people out of prison, including Javier, the guy.
Oh, okay. My boy is paralyzed, bro. To be honest with you, he deserves to sue. I'm not gonna lie, but that's just me. Yet again, I'm not sure if anybody on the internet who's watching this video is gonna agree with me. But if I was in his shoes, I am suing the police officer that framed me and shot me, so I can get my legs back. I don't know if that's possible to get my legs back, but at least I'd be wrapped in some money, I guess. But that's just me. That's just me.
Who Rafael and Nino had paralyzed. And so then Javier, in turn, sues the city of Los Angeles, Rafael
Rightfully should.
and Nino and others, and he gets a settlement of $15 million.
That is great. I'm not gonna. I mean, you could have sued them for a little bit more. I mean, like, I ain't trying to be greedy, but they need to be bankrupt.
Good for Javier. But in the end, Rafael's story is so insane and legendary that it actually inspired a Hollywood movie, and Denzel Washington's character in Training Day is actually based on him. And apparently,
I forget what Denzel Washington. I know who Denzel Washington is. I know he plays a lot of movies. What movie did he play that portrayed that kind of character? I might need to look that up. But until then, I'm sorry that this thing is not working the way it should be. But it is what it is.
Sir Tenpenny from GTA San Andreas is based on him as well.
You know me.
This man famous for doing stuff like this. This is crazy, actually. I'm sorry for the ads. It's ads. I can't do really nothing about it. But you know what you can do? You can subscribe to this channel. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that is crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. That is 100% crazy. Because you got to think about 70 cops agreed to ruin innocent lives. Even lives that used to be gangsters now turn a life of crime. I mean, now turning away from a life of crime to a life of, having a 9 to 5. And now they're either paralyzed or in jail for life because a cop framed them for doing what they didn't do. And like in the beginning, the boy got harassed day in and day out until he got shot in the chest, paralyzed, and he didn't. To be honest with you, if they didn't catch him doing that, he would be in there for doing absolutely nothing. But since he got not a plea deal, but he got like $15 million with him, I don't feel bad for him, but I do feel bad for what he had to go through. So, if he's still living, I'm very sorry for this happening to you, man. Hopefully this does not happen to any other person in the world. So if you're still alive, bro, I'm very sorry. Hope God's on your side. But that's gonna be the video. If you ever have like if you're ever in a cop's position, a judge position, a military position, please do not use your power to inflict danger or permanently take somebody's life away. Just make sure you do your job correctly. With that being said, thank you for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This has been an interesting video, I'm not gonna lie to you. But I'll see you in the next one. So, see you.